We have 2 days left of the January transfer window. We've already made a lot of deals, but we still have just under £20 million to spend. A new striker. It's sort of sorted, but it's also still kind of a top priority for us. Hey guys, and welcome back to the 6th episode of the FM22 Salford in the Prem save with me, Raxall FM, where today we are versing Liverpool in the Prem, and then we are versing Aston Villa in the FA Cup. Two important games. Probably this Liverpool one I would rather win than the FA Cup, although it is always very nice to have a cup run. And of course it is the January transfer window. How do I get rid of this? Can I get rid of this? No, this is bothering me now. There we go. It is the January transfer window. We want to make as many deals as we can with that money in the time that we have left. And as I said, I've made some deals already, but before I go over them, make sure you do smash the like button as well as subscribing to the Raxall FM YouTube channel so you don't miss the daily Football Manager content coming your way with this series as well as transfer guides. Can we please smash 10 likes onto today's video to celebrate being in the transfer window? Going to be a good episode. Starting with the results since last time we saw each other, we have done very well. Considering the fact that we have been versing some pretty difficult sides, I believe the last game we played was this Leeds one, so I've simulated 5 games off camera, beating Brighton 3-0, then losing 2-1 at home against Man City. It was quite annoying because we actually ended up having a penalty that was missed by Callum Wilson, of course, but we bounced back with a 3-1 win against Millwall, a 1-1 draw against Brighton, and a 1-1 draw against Cardiff. This one does annoy me a wee bit, but it does still mean that we are up in, I can't see us, 14th place, so a very decent position to be in. I think we're well clear of the drop. We shouldn't even have to worry about that. This season is just about developing the youngsters, trying to make sure that we can get as good as we can so that next year, hopefully we can push for that top half finish. The transfers we've done. I mean, I've left you hanging for a while here. This is what we've completed, starting with the sales because we have completed a lot of them. First of which being Hitchcock going out on loan, that is confirmed. Knoyle has left the club, £2.3 million. It's a pretty good fee for a man that we bought in for just £300,000. A little gutted to see him go though, but I think it was the right time. I think we weren't going to get a lot more money from him any later in his career. Ethan Robson, another legend of the club, has left the football club for £2.9 million. Again, I think I just wouldn't get a lot more from him any later in his career, so I thought right now is the best time to cash in on him. We've also sold Toure. This one does hurt a wee bit because he is actually worth a wee bit more than we did sell him for already, and he is actually a really good player still. But for £1.8 million, I don't think we're ever getting any more than that once again, and he kind of wanted to sign for this club in the email there, so it was out of my hands, had to leave the club, but he is still a club legend, and of course we'll welcome him back at any point in time. Matt Smith, the next one to go, and I'm stoked with this one. We've managed to sell him to a club I don't really know much about, but for £8.25 million, I don't care who we're selling him to. That is an incredible fee for a really, really average player. Always was an average player for us, never locking down a first team spot, coming in on a free a couple of years ago and not doing that great even down in the League One, but I'm pretty happy with the way that this has gone by selling him for this much money. Really good fee and a bit of money that we can now reinvest. We've also loaned out another youngster and sold Barlow, a player that once again we brought in on a free but wasn't that good. I'm very happy with that fee, about £5 million for him. Could eventually rise to higher as well, but I thought right now it's the best case scenario to cash in on him. But going over the transfers coming in, the first one is Sealer in the club. I think this one is one of the best young signings I've made because although he is 2-star current ability, I have full confidence playing him in games right now because those stats are incredible. Really good first touch, nice flair, the mentals overall are brilliant. Physicals have a wee bit to develop as well as the technicals, but enough there to actually play him in a couple of games here and there, so very happy with that for just £1.4 million. Next one, another Argentinian wonderkid, looking very good. Did think he could be slightly better than this, but he is still looking like he's got some good stats in a couple of good areas, but needs to get a bit more of a holistic development to make sure he can play in the positions and the roles that we want him to be playing in. Next player is Bogle coming into the club as a right back option, and at first it seemed like one of the worst deals I've done for £4.4 million. He's worth less than that now. 2.5 star to 4 star current ability. Doesn't seem like that impressive of a signing, but if I actually do compare him to Boy, who was apparently better than him, being 3 star current ability, having a bit less potential though, yeah, Bogle's better in every single way. So he's instantly our starting right back for me. 25 years of age. I think a really good price. I think over time he's going to improve in value and improve in his star rating. So chuffed with that one. Think it's a really good signing. And last but not least, just confirmed yesterday, a striker has come to the club. But this is why I'm unsure as to whether or not we're done with our striker. He is in on loan for an optional future fee of £5 million, which I think is actually a bargain for this man. But he's not nearly as good as I thought he could be. I think I always knew that going into the deal. So it was kind of like a stab in the dark, because end of the day, I can always just return him back to the club without actually paying any money. So overall, I think it's an intelligent move for us, but not the best move we've ever done. Could be a decent striker. I'm definitely going to start him in a couple of games and see what he has to offer. And the last one, I almost forgot about this one, is a left back option, just because we did get rid of our left backs and our right backs by selling them. I thought I'd better bring this man in for a bit of cover. And you know, I might even sign him on the optional future fee. I just wanted to bring him in on a loan for half of the season just for cover. But he's turned out to be a pretty good player. So who knows, maybe he will be joining the club. Able to play in central midfield, left back as well. Got plenty of experience in the Bundesliga. I think it's actually a really good signing in the end. So we might end up spending that £1 million. We definitely have people on our shortlist right now that we are thinking about making offers for. This man being the main one. I almost bought him, but I wanted to make some different signings. I wanted to bring in Bogle. If I bought him in, it would have meant I wouldn't been able to bring in Bogle or any of the Argentinian wonderkids. So I decided to go against it, but I'm still really hoping I get enough money or a bid just gets accepted to get him across the line, because he looks like the best striker option. And I'm really excited about potentially having him in the team, especially at 23 years of age, got a decent potential. Yeah, but not happening right now, that's for sure. And right now, we do need to focus on this game against Liverpool. This is a team that we're going with for it. Well, my oven fries were burning, but this is the team we're going with. We've got the new striker up top for his debut today, James Wilson. Actually, those are not the roles we normally play with them. Switch those around and give them those roles. We've also got Olivieri in the central midfielder role, as well as having Doyle as a box-to-box midfielder, Calderon, Bogle, Wilmot, Cabraja, Lato and Kovar, with a very good set of substitutes here and there. I think this team is going to be able to do a decent amount of business against this Liverpool side, but I'm not expecting a win. I've just realised Nygren is back from international duty, just coming back, so he's certainly going to be starting. Sorry, Olivieri. And you know, actually, I feel like I don't have the substitute bench sorted out. This must have been a situation where I just quick selected and then thought, you know, I did pick the team, but I don't think I actually did pick the team, because it doesn't seem like I've got the normal cover that I would usually have. So I need to get him down there. Okay, I think that is actually okay, but I would like to have McKinstry on the bench, and I normally would have him on the bench, and maybe Sealer, but no, I think we'll survive. I think this is a good team. Let's jump into it. I mean, I'm versing Liverpool when I'm saying, oh, I think this is a good team. Probably not the best attitude to have of all time. Which one are you? You're okay. You're getting a random number. You can have 40. Even you can have 20. Like, I don't think you're going to be sticking around the club for that long, to be honest. But I don't know. If you play well in these couple of games, I mean, you don't have high expectations to live up to, because our other two strikers are pretty useless. Although John Jules did score in the last game to get us a decent result. So you never know what's going to happen. Playing him as a complete forward, he's more of a target forward, but I think having him as a complete forward is probably the more intelligent of the decisions based off the way we play. I took off low crosses, because if he is a target forward, we want to have a mixture of balls coming into the box that he can actually hit into the back of the net instead of just, you know, putting them across the ground. So that's what we're doing this game. It doesn't seem to be working so far, but at least the defence seems to be holding up decently. And do I have Fagan Walcott on the bench? I think no, he must be out. He must be out with something. Otherwise, he would definitely be on the bench. Okay, that makes me feel a lot better. But Wilmot and Cabraja are actually a very good centre-back partnership. I was just sorry, but sometimes I just, you know, quick select, and then start recording and forget. I just quick selected. But, you know, transfer window, that's what we're really focusing on in today's episode. But I tell you what, if we actually get a decent result against Liverpool, who I remember we did very well against last time out, getting a 3-1 loss, but we dominated for the entire first half, just sort of let it go in the second half. And we're in with a chance, and if that went in, he would have turned into a club hero just like that. But into half-time, I'm pretty happy with that performance. Keeping them at bay, making sure we don't concede, as well as creating a couple of chances here and there for us. So it's not been a bad performance by any stretch of the imagination, but still, of course, a lot of room. They're playing Henderson as a right midfielder. Sorry, I know I was in the middle of a sentence, but they're playing Henderson as a right midfielder. They've changed it, and now they might actually score. Why were they playing Henderson as a right? I'll never know. Never know. We're going to bring this man into the box-to-box midfield. I still don't know how to say it. Pagiolo. I still feel weird saying it, but I think that's actually how you say it. So he's going to come in for the next 30 minutes of this game. Don't feel the desperate need to make any other substitutes at this current point in time. But it is Liverpool attacking us, so I might have to respond to whatever they do here, especially if they score. And they have just done exactly that. Lewandowski, I don't think, had any idea what was going on, but it's come off his body and gone into the back of the net. It's a pretty jammy goal. I don't even think that's gone down as an assist for Henderson, because Lewandowski was so clueless. I don't think it was even aimed at him. Look, he's turned the wrong way. He has no idea what he's doing, but he's scored. And it's now 1-0 to them. And it is deserved. It's just very upsetting that it's come in that sort of fashion. I don't mind the striker. Obviously, having a pretty tough start to his career by playing against Liverpool, but I don't know, something about him. Looking like he could be okay, getting a couple of headers into the back of the net throughout the season, I'm hoping. But I'm still, of course, looking for a slightly better striker option. That's why I said it is kind of sorted, because we now have a new striker, but also kind of not sorted because he's not, the best striker of all time. So we'll see what happens as the season continues. But I think this game is already all said and done. 2-0 win for Liverpool. If we can keep it at that, it's a pretty respectable scoreline, to be honest. But it's not ideal, to say the least. But at least we're still in 14th place. Looking good. Got a good goal difference. No, I think now our goal difference is 1 or 2. But got a good points tally, and not looking like we're in the relegation fight at any point in time. So we're okay. We can live with the fact that we're going to lose away from home against Liverpool. You kind of expect it, but now we're just being stupid, man. Come on, giving away penalties. It did look like a dive, to be honest, but you never know in Football Manager. I'll make my last substitute. It's going to be... Oh no, let's give this man his debut. Lato can come off. Lato has been playing a lot of football recently. I think he's probably been the tiredest player out there, because we just didn't have another left back after selling Toure. So now that we do, I think I'm going to utilise that. Oh, Kovar's so close to that. That would have been absolutely brilliant if we managed to save that, even though it would mean nothing for the game. It'd just be cool to get a bit of a redemption arc for the boys there. But they got another chance now, and if they score again, it's 4-0 is a very disrespectful scoreline. But actually, if we score now, 3-1 is a very respectable scoreline. So that could be happening too. And it could be Gomez getting his first... I'm putting him on the pen. He hasn't scored all year. He has actually been improving. He hasn't got an assist all year. He needs this. He absolutely needs this. Gomez, you're taking the pen. Set pieces, penalties. Let's go. What's his name? Where is he? I'm getting a phone call. This is not the time to give me a phone... Oh, I've got to deal with the phone call. Most useless phone call of my entire life. Angel Gomez, come on. Take the pen. Please score it, mate. I'm acting like this is like the Champions League final. Cool. Everyone else is just getting taken off the pen. Angel Gomez, he's our only penalty taker. If this now isn't a penalty, I'll be absolutely gutted. I'll be even more gutted if he misses it. Please, Angel. It is a pen. Angel Gomez stepping up to the plate to get himself his first goal contribution in Salford colours, and he scored it. Oh, I really hope that kicks him on to a better performance across the board, because he needs it. An average rating of like 6.3. He's not been good this year, but that could give him confidence. A 7.0 rating. I think that might be his highest rating he's ever gotten. But I'm happy with the performance. We've done the best we can. We've clawed our way back into that. And you know what? We've ended up with a pretty respectable 3-1 result. It's not too bad. But Angel Gomez, mate, you're the real MVP. You've got the goal, and let's kick on from there. Please kick on from there. For now, I got to try and make some signings. If a new striker comes out, I think all this money is going to be invested into a striker, to be honest, because I've got a couple of other people on the short list trying to find who's going to be the best option. I've got a couple of options here and there. So I think one of them is going to be signed at some point. Just whether or not it's going to be the one I really want or some average, 25-year-old. The transfer window closed. It was really interesting. I probably should have brought you along with the ride. So starting off with that guy we really wanted. I can't even remember his name. What was it? Like GRA or something? I don't know. He's gone to Sampdoria or Sao Saulo. Yeah, Sao Saulo. I'm really mad about it. For reference, you're like really, really mad because he picked them over us because it was brilliant, actually, brilliant. So fun story. He got requested to leave, so his value immediately went down to 32 million. So I did a deal for 17 million pounds up front, 17 million pounds in the future, and they accepted it. Got the contract negotiations underway. He liked it, and then accepted it. And then Sao Saulo offered, and started getting in talks with him. And I thought to myself, okay, he's English. He's always lived in England, according to, this. He's always lived in England. We're offering him more money than that by about $2,000. Sao Saulo are down in 15th place in the Serie A, so they're actually closer to relegation. They're 2 points away from relegation. We are a very comfortable 14th place, being 16 points from relegation, and don't have a star striker, and he would clearly start every single game. I don't know if Sao Saulo already have a star striker, but it's now him. I don't see, from a realism perspective, how this has happened, and I don't see from a football manager perspective how this has happened either. The only thing that gets me is their team's got more reputation than us, so it immediately makes it more logical. Yeah, no, so really mad about that, and so I kind of went off the walls after that. Let's not talk about my transfers in just yet. Let's talk about who we sold. McKinstry's gone on loan for free, so I'm happy about that, getting some game time. And Samuels has gone back out on loan just because a Derby side ended up offering for his full wages and an important first-team player role in the championship. So I was like, yeah, why not? You got to bear with, you got to remember when I tell you these signings, they're good. They're good signings for reference. But I did just, have no options. There was no one good. No one worth spending money on. So let's go over them together. The first player that I bought in is actually brilliant. An incredibly good right wing slash left wing option. Incredible. I know we don't need a right wing slash left wing option, but there were no good strikers. And I've been looking at this man for years, and I knew he was going to be incredible, and we were able to finally buy him for £13 million. Now, I had about £20 million in the bank, and I was sitting there looking at some average strikers, like, who did I have in my transfer list? I'll show you who I had. No, they're already gone. They're so bad, they're already gone. But I think the best player was Catrone, who is currently playing for Crystal Palace down in the Championship, with these stats. I was looking at him thinking, yeah, we could buy him, but that would have been literally all of our money. And it's just like, no. Just from a, morale point of view, I couldn't do it. So I brought this man in for a very cheap fee. He's got incredible potential, incredible value. I think he's actually going to turn into one of the best footballers in the world. It's just not the striker that we needed. So, but unfortunate there. Then I had like £2 million left after that. So I was happy with that transfer. And I just know that transfers don't really roll over. So I just bought it. Bought a young player. Didn't scout him at all. Just came up on my recommended thing during the, when agents force out their players. Yeah, no, this happened. So Bought him. Looks good, to be fair. Looks really good. But, yeah, it's £2.2 million. Just on a whim. So, yeah, that's what I did. No striker. Goalkeeper and a right winger, though. No striker. But I really tried. Like, I clearly really tried to get the striker in, but it just didn't happen. But it's okay. It's okay. We have Bozanic. I believe in you, Bozanic. Let's go play in the FA Cup. We're ready to go for this game in the FA Cup after making all of those signings. Oh, and I need to mention this. A day after the transfer window, I'm told about this guy. Are you serious? A 3.5-star current ability, 19-year-old striker. Instantly, I was like, he's worth £1.4 million. I'm signing him right now. He just was signed on a free. How was I not told about him? Well, he's in Honduras, that's why I wasn't told about him. I'm annoyed about it, but hopefully we can sign him eventually. This is the team that we're going with for today's game. Very rotated 11 with our new striker, new right winger. We've got our new goalkeeper in between the sticks as well, so a lot of rotation going on here. To be honest, not that phased about getting knocked out of the FA Cup, but I am more phased about making sure that we give our youngsters a good crack in the team. We'll give this man number 15. I think he's going to do incredibly well at this football club, and I'm hoping he starts really well in today's match. Let's jump into it, and let's hope we can get a goal for our new striker as well, because he's the only striker we signed, so we kind of need him to do half decent. It's Aston Villa that we're versing, obviously, and they've got a very decent 11. And if we're clearing it long like that, you know what, actually, that works, because we've got a decent striker that can nod the ball down. First touch in Salford colours for that man on the right wing. Not the best thing of all time. I kind of need to learn how to say his name, don't I? Makingo. That's not that hard to say at all. Makingo. Okay. Not great for him. Lost the ball. Led to us conceding. Probably shouldn't have covered this game, to be honest, because now this episode's going to be like half an hour. I think we're going to lose this game as well. At least then I can like sweep it under the rug when I start off the next episode and just be like, oh, we got knocked out of the FA Cup. Oh no, it's too bad. I don't have to really talk about the team I put out there, but you guys have just, you know, seen the team I put out there, and it kind of makes sense as to why we're getting knocked out at this point in time. Maybe I should have not given a debut to the goalkeeper, but hey, you live and you learn. You learn something from every experience, and I've learned that the FA Cup probably needs a wee bit more respect, and probably not going to give it next time. Concert playing it into 4 now as it's them on the attack once again, which is not what we want to be seeing, but I think it's what we're going to be seeing for a lot of this game. Is when Diaz through once again. I don't think he scored the first goal, but he's hit the woodwork now. I believe he got the assist for the first goal though. Oh no, it must have been Watkins or something. I don't know. I swear it came from the right hand side into the middle, but maybe not. But we're holding on. We're still not looking terrible in this game, but just the fact that we've had one shot and it has an XG of 0.02 does concern me a wee bit. So I'm disappointed with it so far. We're going to bring Callum Wilson onto the pitch, see what he can do as a complete forward up there, as our new striker isn't exactly playing well. So you need to create expectations for them. You know, let them know, hey, that's not good enough at this football club. We need to have good performances all the time. Otherwise, you're being dropped, and that's what I've just told him. So that now tells him he needs to perform better. And it's been a beautiful substitution, because Callum Wilson has just given Olivieri his first goal for Salford City, and that youngster is now potentially keeping us in the FA Cup. Beautiful stuff. I mean, he's probably the best of our youngsters, so he probably would have started this game, even if I was having a half-decent lineup out there. But with 30 minutes to go, we're well and truly back into it. And Calderon is looking tired, so he's going to be the next man to come off. Cabraja is going to come on. Wilmot will move into that CDM spot. He does a good job there when I move him in there, so hopefully he can do the exact same in today's game, as long as we don't concede from this one. Oh, it's been headed wide. Luckily, Soleil, very good young striker. Sorry, young centre-back. Probably developed into a really good player at this point in the save, but with 15 minutes to go, he's not done enough to hit the ball in the back of the net. That is terrible for Makanjo. I want to see a lot better from him there. 6.0 rating. Oh, it's not a good debut. It is not a good debut. I think I'm playing him in the right role. Inverted winger. Definitely suits his stats the most. So, yeah. Bit unfortunate, but you're going to come off. And that's what your rating's going to end as. Let's play Nygren as an inside forward. I believe he has got the goal scoring ability based off what we've seen this season to get us the winner. As long as we don't concede there. Luckily we don't. I think I might go to the replay. Don't know how much I want to replay, but at least then we haven't been knocked out. So it's looking okay for us right now. Kent hitting the ball against the wall. They could score here. Could avoid the replay. Yeah, no, we avoid the replay. I'm kind of content about that, you know. A replay's just annoying. Just more games after play off camera. Just less time that you get to see me. You know, this has worked out beautifully for all of us. I'm happy with this result in the end. I'm not actually. I want to go through into the next round of the FA Cup, but it's definitely not happening now. As Danny Ings nods it into the back of the net once again, making it 3-1. Some pretty average performances all round, and not a great debut for our new goalkeeper or new right winger. But at least that central midfielder has managed to get his first goal. So something to kick on from there, and we will refocus completely on the league now, and I'll simulate a bunch of games off camera. We will be back sometime around April, and then play those 2 games, and then I think we might be wrapping up the season pretty quickly. Looks like it's going to be a good end, and hopefully we get some good performances from our new signings. But that is where we're ending today's episode. Thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure to smash the like button if you have enjoyed it, and I'll see. Oh, and subscribe to the Rex FM YouTube channel so you don't miss a daily Football Manager content coming every single day. And I'll see you all later.